okay with that?
What?
You want me to fix it?
Is it all right like that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't touch it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, will you two scooch closer?
Well, we're really close right now. We can't like. Just for this one, just think of, what do you want me to know today?
What do I want you to know?
What do you want you to
What
know?
do I want to know today?
What does the universe want to tell you today?
That's what I'm going to ask. I'm just going to ask that.
Mm-hmm.
What does the universe want to tell me today?
No, wait.
Forthcoming influences.
Forthcoming influences.
The Empress.
The
That's a pretty
Empress. It is a beautiful one. Well,
She's pregnant.
she's pregnant. She's pregnant with all the earth, I mean, just all of the, the life force and the fields and the flowers and the greenery and the sky and the water. And she's just a natural motherly instinct. Better pull the next card quick. Well, I really wanted to be a mother. I looked forward to being a mother, and I really wanted to have 2 girls, and that's what I got. Thank goodness. And I feel like I was a really good mother to an infant. We did all kinds of rituals around the birth, and I guess in your preschool and toddler years, I feel like I was a really good mother too.
I started making this film 10 years ago in graduate school. It was a film about reconnecting with my mother, trying to recall the forgotten memories of my past.
There's the house.
Do you recognize it?
Yeah.
I remember the horses.
That's where all your stuff was stored.
Wait, stop right there. I want to see the horses. The horse is looking at us. Look at him looking straight at us. See that?
Yeah.
Do you think those are the same horses?
Yep. Probably.
How long do horses live for?
I don't know.
This light is pretty.
It's cool. It's probably everything else is fluorescent.
Yeah, so are you getting rid of a lot of stuff? Or is it, I thought it was just the couch, but there's more?
I'm getting rid of all my furniture. So I'm getting rid of the couch, probably this end table, this chair, a bike rack because I already sold my bike. I'm getting rid of this chair, probably this dresser, and then this dresser. And then I think it's a good idea that I gotta downsize, but like, I've been in here just too long. That's like, what's the point of keeping all my stuff just like stacked in here,
You feel like by making this change, there's something else that you're trying to do?
Yeah, I feel like I've been in like a really stuck place for like a long time. And I'm like, it's not doing me any good just like sitting in a basement waiting for a job or like waiting for an apartment that I can't afford to come around. So I like just had this like strong feeling that I needed to like take an action to change something. So the action is to get rid of like all my furniture to at least feel like I'm lighter. So maybe in like lightening up, then something else can happen or another door will open. But I definitely feel like just sitting around thinking and waiting and hoping like for something to change, that's not been working. So
How many times did we move?
We moved a lot. We did. We moved a lot. I can't say offhand how many times, but like in Montana, you moved twice in Montana. Ilya moved 3 times in Montana. In Flagstaff, we moved 3 times. In Tucson, we moved 1, 2, 3 times. And this was all before you were age 5. Yeah, things were always changing.
have you had an interview before?
What do you mean, have I had an interview before?
Like on camera?
Just get to the point.
So I want to tell you about like where to look and everything. So you can look at me, you don't have to look at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I ask you a question, repeat it back like a sentence. Because I'm ultimately probably going to cut out my voice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know if you did that with when you got interviewed. Okay. Rolling. Okay. Okay, so since we're on it, let's talk about our family and like how
I really don't want to.
you won't answer any of these?
You can talk to me about bees, you can talk to me about work, and I would be glad to talk to you about our family, but not on tape.
Okay.
Okay?
Why is that?
I would rather not.
Okay.
Okay? I think you'll have plenty of information.
What about motherhood in general as like a concept? Do you have any thoughts about it?
I don't know. What do you want to bring to that?
Well, I'm just curious, like what you feel the role of a mother is, or how you fit yourself into that. If you even see yourself as a mom, or
Well, of course I see myself as a mom. I mean, you guys came when you were 6 and 9. Or that's when I met you, and then you guys moved in when you were 9 and 12. So, of course I see myself as a mom through that time, and that continues.
If you look at the guilt or the shame or the grief that was involved, I feel like I bore a lot of that guilt and shame and grief about the situation, because I had the mindset that mothers are with their daughters, mothers are with their children. That was just the way I thought of things. I never thought of it any other way. See, my hair is really unruly, so I have to straighten it with the rollers. So that's why I roll my hair. Takes about 15 minutes. See, and then the curlers make it too boofy, so I have to pin it down.
So your hair is naturally straight?
No, my hair is naturally very very curly. It's very, like, curly.
This is it's interesting seeing you like between your stuff, but in this place. Yeah, like your life is in these boxes, and
Totally. I'm like in between. I'm always like in between or like in transition. It's like when does, I don't know.
do you think there's something that you almost not like about it, but like somehow that feels more natural to you than the other way of being?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how I've always lived. It's like I'm either in the past or I'm in the future. Like I can't just like be in the present. And I feel like this is part of it because when I really look at my present, I don't want to look at it, you know. I don't want to be in the present. So I think that's like a protection thing, you know. I think it's hard to figure out how to be awake to what's happening right now.
Maybe you actually are more awake than you give yourself credit for. Like, have you ever, Rumi talks a lot about how like we're just travelers, that really like we don't actually own anything. We don't even really own our bodies. We only have them for like a while because we come and then we go. And it's like you can never really take your stuff with you. So in a way it's really almost like living closer, nomadic living is how humans began to evolve. Like that's how they began. So maybe there's a different,
It's like I feel like I'm always like straddling two ways of life, and I would love to just embrace one way or the other.
what are the two ways?
Being settled, have a home, have the family, having a home and rooted and like always, having your routines.
So having a family, is that your definition of a home?
I think having a family is more like showing that I've evolved a little bit. Like I don't feel like I've made a lot of progress just moving my stuff around from here to there. It's like, what am I gaining from a storage unit here and then moving it to Boston and then moving it to New York and then moving it back to Chicago and then moving it back to Boston and then moving it to New York? Like, what am I gaining in that? As opposed to like a family, I feel like is like taking a new step in a new direction. So I guess regardless of whether it's a family or not, it needs to be something where I feel like it's a new direction.
This is under evolution. So he doesn't say why, and he doesn't say what the thickness of those slots are.
Can you make a comment on his vlog?
That's a thought.
Tell him to answer
Well,
you by Friday.
how do you do these? This says responses. Now,
Okay, so go to
how do you, I've never done anything like this, so how do you do it?
scroll down to the bottom and it'll say like comments, leave a comment. I wonder if Barbara felt the same confusion as she does now when I showed up to live with her and my father when I was 9 years old, and my sister who joined us a year later. A new stepmother with 2 preteens with no instructional manual sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Does this sound like our situation? We're trying to construct a top bar hive from your instructions, but are getting confused. 2 exclamation points.
Yeah, this is the one that we're building right here, like a little chest.
We're probably making it way more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, and this one also
I mean, it
looks a
could
little
be
more.
all you need is a container. I mean, look, they just
Yeah, covered it with that.
and screwed it in. They
And these
they
are
didn't
the
even.
holes.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even cut the angle. But they would have had to have figured it out somehow. So.
Although I share no genes with my stepmother, if there's one trait I picked up from her, it is perfectionism and this need for complete control. It's likely the reason I've spent about 14 years trying to make this film. I scrutinize over every frame in the footage. I notice all the flaws and try to cover them up.
We'll see. We may have repeated our mistakes several times over.
Yeah, well, that is true too.
To build this hive, Barbara has enlisted the help of her friend Olivia and Julio, an experienced beekeeper and evolutionary biologist.
There's competing theories as to how evolution works. And I work in one of those camps that started at the University of Chicago. And the rival theory is actually the more popular one, which is that there are a whole bunch of assumptions that go into each model, but it's basically on one of the models of evolutionary biology, which takes into account, hold on a second.
Right? We're doing alternate.
Yep, we're doing alternates. Okay, so notch out. Yeah, there's too much to explain, but essentially there's two different models, and they have different assumptions.
Yeah.
And they can both they both do a good job at explaining how evolution occurs. But one assigns greater importance to individuals and sort of to genes, and one is more assigns more importance to the environment and to the effect of the environment on the development of organisms and on the sort of selection of animals.
What do you see as the personality traits that we share? Do you see us being similar? Do you see us being really different?
Well, I think, as in all things in nature, you have some things that you can anticipate and control, and many things are out of your control.
So, all right, so do you have any questions for me? Is that the end? You're done?
No, I thought you were going to ask me questions about my work.
Oh,
Right?
sure.
Yeah. I mean, because I think very much my work is about that whole issue between what is natural and what is fabricated. And it's about that kind of dichotomy. And I think everything in nature is it's about building up systems, and it's about those systems breaking down.
Illustrations are so important in science for representation, right? You want to represent that ideal type, and it never exists in nature. So you're trying to sort of abstract from all these examples that you have to come up with that ideal type.
I didn't realize you lived so close to our old neighborhood.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's a cute school, too.
Does it make you sad?
Yeah, it does.
Why?
I don't know. It just was. Those were the times when things were starting to fall apart.
Sorry, have you not been back in this neighborhood?
I've been through it a couple times. I haven't been back at it like this at all.
Is it sad for you that I don't remember?
Why is it sad? It's sad because I just didn't keep you here. You know, I'm sorry that you didn't have like a stable place to be, and I put you in a really good environment, and I had a really cute little, we had a really cute little house, and school was real convenient, but I couldn't stay with it. I didn't have a job and stuff, so.
So let me guess, are you a nurture person or a nature person?
I think I'm actually a nurture person. I think it's, I feel like I was more influenced by where and who I grew up with than my actual genetic makeup, my biology. But I mean, I definitely, we all see ourselves in our mothers. I thought that was going to be her.
Wrong! your mom's like,
replica.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, there are interesting parallels. If you ask beekeepers or I've just done this anecdotally, I've asked beekeepers who are involved in some form of education, you know, what's your ideal beekeeper or volunteer, in my case. I'm surprised often that they say a replica of myself. Like, I've heard that answer more than once. Maybe this is a question you should ask beekeepers. They think that if they replicate themselves, somehow that'll heighten their beekeeping. I just think that's such a vain response, that they think that they're such good beekeepers that all they need is replicas of themselves.
The bees like the rain, or it doesn't seem to bother
No,
them?
they don't. So you absolutely don't open it if it's raining. And we don't even know what it's going to be like if it's cloudy, because usually you open it when it's sunny. Okay, now we did not see a queen last time.
Right.
And this is, I really want to see that, and I really want to see the eggs. Okay? Now they seem to be keeping a distance
Yeah,
from,
the bee distance.
do you feel that? From the
Oh,
edge.
look how extensive these are. They're huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of drone.
I would just,
Okay, are you seeing a queen?
I think the way to see her is to see the others sort of gathered around her.
Not necessarily,
Really.
yeah.
That's how I noticed at the bottom.
Okay, are you seeing eggs? If you can please take
Oh yeah, there's pollen.
eggs. Use the magnifying
okay.
glass. It's going to be tiny, tiny green.
I don't see eggs in the bottom.
It would be in these lower
Yeah,
ones.
right, that's what I'm looking.
You don't see any eggs.
I see one.
All right.
How are you supposed to pick the queen out of all of those little... I mean, come on. Like,
No,
she's-
you can.
She's
Larissa.
bigger. You can. She's bigger.
Right, no, I understand. She's got like a longer abdomen, but like there's thousands of bees on there.
Well, it's practice in looking.
Share the experience of modern Mexican food this holiday season at Cantina Laredo. Sip the signature Casarita, made with premium tequila, and savor fresh seafood, enchiladas, and more, with sauces made from scratch. Remember Cantina Laredo for your holiday event, and let us cater the celebration at your place. Also, buy $50 in gift cards and get a $10 bonus card to use in 2016. Click now to visit CantinaLaredo.com or join us today at Cantina Laredo at State in Illinois.
What do you feel like gives you the most meaning in your life?
Well, certainly my work has been my longest relationship outside of my parents. And so that's a very important part of my identity. It's kind of my filter and my lens of how I look at the world, and how I live my life. And other than that, it's very much about really, relationships. I mean, I think living is about relationships with people in your life.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to ask me any questions? I don't really have any other questions if you do. That's it, really?
I don't know. Why? You want me to film you?
No.
See, you want to put other people on the spot, but you don't want to be on the spot.
Well, I'm on the spot in a different way that I'm trying to make this film, and it's been hard, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I am 36 years old. In a month, I will be 37. This is my cat Zoe, and I am living in a basement 1 block away from my parents' house. I have to drive down their street to get here. I have just lost a job that took me a really long time to find. It was a dream job. Within a month, everything crumbled, and I had to move back to Chicago for the third or fourth time, actually, in my life. And I think all this time I've just been thinking that I've had bad luck, and I keep losing jobs, and I've not been able to meet someone, and I've been pretty lonely, to be honest. To the world, I feel like I have projected another image for so long. So this is my chance to get out of the past and stop thinking about all those mistakes, because there's no other way out. This is definitely rock bottom. Literally, in this basement here. Rock bottom.
Why is this happening to me?
Why is this happening for you? It's positive thinking. It's like...
No, I know what it means. Why did you say it?
I find it's a helpful way to examine your life.
Hey. What happened to you? It's not even self-loathing, because that would be too obvious. It's like this unspecified malaise that just sucks you in like gravity. It's almost inescapable. Am I making any sense?
I think we share a quick wit, kind of a quickness to size up a situation, size up a person, and I think we share intuitive kinds of ways of being, and I think we share some very similar values.
Those are all good things. Any sort of things that you wish we didn't share? Or we're different?
Sometimes there's this compulsion that comes over me, and I think it comes over you too, that and it's a drive, and I think it's a motivating drive. I think it really helps people to put their life together, but it can be to a detriment if it's too much, and then of course my experience with depression, that I think you've shared some of that. Unfortunately.
Thank you, and how may I help you?
So I already called before. I'm looking for a psychiatrist, and my plan that I got off the marketplace is 600 Advocate Healthcare. And I called earlier, and you guys actually gave me the number of their behavioral health facility, and I called and went to go make an appointment, and they said that their doctors aren't in network. So can you explain to me who's in network, who's covers this plan if it's with Advocate and Advocate doesn't accept it?
I'm sorry, what did they tell you?
They told me that I need to check with my insurance because they aren't sure that they're going to accept it.
Okay, you have a Blue Cross Blue Shield.
you think, like looking back at your life, was the most meaningful thing that you did?
Well, meeting my husband.
What is it that kept you together so long?
72 years, give and take.
What was your relationship like?
Very good. We traveled a lot, walked a lot, went up and down the Grand Canyon 3 times. Saw different countries abroad.
So what is your biggest accomplishment, you think, in your life?
I guess having my children. And having a pretty good husband.
Okay, practice with the legs. Bend both knees. So keep the right leg bent. Lift the left leg up. Keeping the right leg bent. Cross once. Okay, turn toward the right to get that foot to go behind the calf. Come back to center. Release. Bend both knees. Lift the left leg. Cross it over. Turn to the left. Hook the foot behind the calf, turn back to center, nailing it.
Some people would think that if you have a child, that's your legacy getting passed on, right? So do you feel like you can make an imprint and leave that kind of legacy without leaving behind, you know, actual genes or something that's carried on from yourself?
I don't think I have very much control over that. So, I guess what I hope, and also because I haven't had my own children, I've tried to, you know, expose you guys to a certain set of values that I think is really important, and certainly culture and nature, but what you do with it is not up to me.
You certainly have the whole operation down.
I do. So I guess I would say my legacy is more that I tried to live my life along certain kinds of principles. I have you know, had a lot of frustrations about how humans use nature, and so when we got this house and I had the opportunity to have land that was my own, I tried to make it as fruitful and productive and slightly wild as I could within the context of a city. So I mean, I feel like that's what we leave behind is our work and the way we live our life, the values that we live with, I think is really important. And you know, what you leave behind, I don't have any control about, you know, leaving anything behind genetically because I haven't.
Queen bee, lay eggs. The queen is the largest bee in the hive, and there is only one per colony. To make a queen, the workers select an egg, or larva, and place it in a special cell called a queen cell. They feed it large amounts of special royal jelly to turn the larva into a queen.
There's a lot of art to beekeeping as well. It's not all scientific. I mean, maybe at some point it will be. We'll know more and we'll be able to, you know, provide scientific reasons for our manipulations. But a lot of beekeeping is, for now, intuitive, and there are people who are naturally good at it, and it's it's nice to see those people interact with the bees, and just to see different styles of beekeeping. People get frustrated with it, and you'll hear beginning beekeepers complain that they ask 10 beekeepers a beekeeping question, and they get 12 different answers, or these stories like this. And part of that is because the science is not completely worked out, or as developed as other sciences, and part of it is that it is this mix of art and science.
That's a neat shape.
Yeah, they seem to always build in this 3 once they get the initial. Lot of honey. See up at the top that's not capped yet.
What's that bottom middle point?
Okay, that's a possible queen cell down there.
Down here?
Mm-hmm. So actually you should be looking in it to see if there's an egg, and otherwise
I don't really see an egg in there.
Might want to break it off.
That's the queen cell, you think?
I think so.
Break it off? Or?
Yes. Just squeeze it is fine. That's it. Okay. I see a few drone cells down there. On the whole, not many drone cells, which I think is a pretty good sign.
Why did you break off that cell?
Because you don't want them to try to supersede the queen. Or, yeah.
But what if your queen's not alive?
Well, I don't know that yet. But they will frequently build queen cells to have ready just in case.
Depending on how many of these queen cups there are, you could have the development of several queens at a time. So if it's a sort of a Darwinian race to who can hatch first from one of these queen cups, and if you have a queen emerge first, the first thing she'll do is she'll search through the rest of the hive looking for these other queen cells, and she will eliminate her developing sister queens. Sometimes you get a phenomenon where either she doesn't find another queen cup and you have 2 queens emerge, or they'll emerge simultaneously, and then you have a fight to see which queen gets to rule that hive.
Uh-oh.
What?
I feel rain.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking we should just close this up.
Mm-hmm. It's raining,
Yeah. Okay, pull this stuff over right away, Olivia, to the divider. Get the divider in there. All right, let's get in the studio. Wow.
I loved my mother because she was the life of the party. She was always flamboyant and outgoing, and I was introverted and quiet, and I liked being around her. But when it came time to blossom and to grow and mature myself, I found that I just couldn't flourish very well around her. That I needed to leave and go on my own for a while.
So she's gonna bring the freight elevator down, and then we can just go straight up through there.
Sure.
Okay, so you don't want to back up, because then you have to go down the right.
okay being on film?
Oh, right. Just a little film project.
What am I doing?
It's about me.
Shooting the movie?
Yeah, it's about me.
Okay.
Cool. You gotta put the
Okay, so
for
where
the
do you
extras.
want it?
It's okay, I'm
Where do you
recording
want
too.
Oh, right here, right.
unfortunately, we'll have to pass on.
You have to pass on it? Okay.
Yeah, they can't be convertible chairs and maybe cushions.
Really?
Yeah.
What if we turn it over? Worse. Really? I feel like it's a beautiful couch. I get so many compliments on it.
Yeah.
Like the wood.
I mean, otherwise, it's got everything else going for it, but that it just working. So.
That's a bummer. I've been trying to get rid of this couch forever.
So this thing we can stand up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Alright. Thank you guys.
No problem.
That was easy. Well, I guess I'm gonna walk out. They took my dresser though. It always reminds me of that scene from Frances Ha. Have you seen that scene? That scene makes me want to cry every time I see it. And she was only like 27. I'm like got 10 years on her.
Well, the real Frances Ha story is about a 37-year-old woman. They just made it Hollywood friendly by putting a 27-year-old.
How do you know that?
No. I'm saying that's the real heartbreak is
Yeah.
when you're older.
Yeah.
Her heartbreak was not at the level of what you feel when you're 27.
You're right.
That was because Noah Baumbach
You're right.
made it cute.
Cute and like
It's-
friendly
it's-
and she can start her life over. No, it's harder to start over when you're older. So yeah, I think that's true. Look, a whole box of art supplies. I'm telling you, all I do is cart around art supplies. I just need to start making freaking art. Because that's all that's in this storage.
The storage is really nice though. It's like a piece of you. It's like you put away in an organized way, but it's like you. This is your life. I mean, thank God you don't have some ridiculous house and you're paying a horrible mortgage and a child who's like telling you what to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, and it would be the same thing. Your creative art supplies would still be in a box because all your kids' stuff would be everywhere.
It would, but I would love to like be making use of this stuff, and that's where I go wrong. Like, I feel like I have all this time in the world to do something, and then your life just like passes. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta just start making stuff. Actually, this chair is my dad writes children's books. And that's one of his books, Being With You This Way. And the students, after he did an author's visit at their school, painted him this chair. Thank you.
Are those the students?
No, that's like the illustration.
That's the oh.
So I have my dad's chair. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm glad those guys offered to put the couch back in because okay, what is this? Tea lights. Actually, I need these. So my mother is kind of in denial that I like live in a basement and don't have my own house. So for Christmas,
Which mother?
my biological mother.
Okay.
So Joan. So she sent me a gigantic box from Crate and Barrel that has like a basket, a big basket, and these beautiful like crystal tea light holders. So anyway, I know she like means well, but it just reminds me of like my situation, you know.
She wants you to beautify your life no matter where you are, I think.
Yeah, or she is in denial. I think it's hard. I mean, she went through the same situation. I'm like living her life right now. She went through so much. She lived in like all these little studios. She lived with my uncle at some point. She lost all her stuff. She had her stuff in storage. Like, if anybody, she knows what this is like.
Larissa. Hi. I'm still here.
Gotta see what you do when we're not here.
Well, now I feel like reading.
Okay.
I got to read for school.
What's the book?
It's called Love's Executioner by Irvin Yalom.
Mm-hmm.
It's different tales of psychotherapy, and it's on his psychotherapy, existentialist therapy. Freedom means that one is responsible for one's own choices, action, and one's own life situation. So he's really talking about taking responsibility for whatever is going on with you. And he says the way that you deal with freedom in a technique or a powerful technique is through the here and now focus. So bringing people into the here and now.
Nothing exists in isolation. It is part of these greater structures of nature. And I think that's something else that always informs my work, is that there are patterns that exist very microscopically, and they also exist on a very cosmic kind of level also. Same patterns keep functioning in on all different kinds of level, and to see those parallels, I think, is very insightful. We are very small parts of the greater world. It's going to exist whether we're here or not, and I think realizing how small and insignificant we are is also very powerful. Too often people think we're at the center.
Maybe in life we don't get what we want, we just get what we need. My mother wanted desperately to raise us, but she couldn't. My stepmother never wanted us, but she got us. Maybe that's just how it works. Our lives may not be perfect, but we get the things that help us grow.
Hi. How are you? I got a good smoke going here. See how they just hovered? Almost parallel. Okay, you all set? See any queen? Oh, I see the queen!
Where?
Okay, now she is about halfway down, right where your finger is.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Pointer.
Right there.
Can you see it, Rubenoid?
I'll get the flashlight.
How do you know?
You'll see, it's, when you see her, you know. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really. Let's see, where'd she go again?
No, she moved down.
Right here?
Right there. That's
Yeah.
her.
You see her?
Do you see it, Larissa?
I have the flashlight right on
Oh
her.
yeah.
See how long she is?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good eye, good eye.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, really.
But
because that's sort of what I was thinking, that maybe the queen, something happened. to
that's what I was worried too.
Yeah.
Believe me. All right, now there's got to be eggs. So, you want to see the queen again, or here? No, I might have lost track of her, but let's see.
Is this her?
No.
that's not her.
See, the kind of the chubby guys are the drones.
Right, okay. Huh.
Okay, I don't see her. But she was here. She's got to be here.
Here.
Where did she go?
Flip it over just a little bit.
Is that her right in the...
Oh, you're getting that mask?
Point.
Yeah, or take my knife, Rubenoid, if you want, out of my pocket.
See her.
Okay, wait.
Oh, she's that one, right?
Right
here.
Right there.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
I was thinking
See the
over
short
there.
rings?
Short ring, long body.
She's got her.
And
Got her button in one of those.
She's probably laying an egg.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
She must be laying eggs.
She's laying eggs. Can you see them come out? It may have taken us a long time to find the queen, but the important thing is that we never stopped looking. I never stopped believing I could find her. And it turns out what I had been fearing most this whole time is also the source of my own strength. I am also my mother's daughter, just as flawed and containing as much power. So even if our families aren't perfect, nothing in nature ever is. It's what we are born into. It's what we will carry on. And we must learn to accept them. And at the same time, in order to grow up, we ultimately must learn to let them go. It looks just as full as when I got here. Okay. I'll see you in another season. Summertime. Mission failed.
Mission to be continued.
Mission to be continued. Alright, ready? I'm gonna shut it off.
And then the final outcome. Okay, the Empress. Again, that's an earthy, grounded woman who is either manifesting something in her creative work or her life, or is manifesting a family, that kind of thing. And I'd say this is really related to your work, that it'll be fruitful and life affirming and grows life.
Good bees.
Yeah. Okay, this is good so far. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Is it on?
What?
Is it on?
Pardon me?
I thought it wasn't on.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's that kind of carpentry.
What are you saying, Barbara? I thought we did an incredible job.
You're right.
I've been bragging about it to everyone.
It only took you like 10 days.
No, actually, it's 3 days per hive. Pretty kind of.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe your bee brush?
Okay. Now, do you want us to come and take a look at your hive, or how do you feel? You're okay.
Next time, though.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we want to do it. Don't think we don't.